Yo, what is up, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Yeah, this last week has been a brilliant week, right? We had the likes of FFIE, MNTS. Again, we've had the likes of Hollow Run. So it's been a good week in general. What I want to do in this YouTube video is something different, right? It's not part of the beginner course, but it is something which will help you become a much better trader. What do I mean by this? I'm going to show you different setups, different plays. I'm gonna show you the plays we had in the Discord, our alerts, and how we kind of had. We had a good week, right? We had a week where a lot of breakthroughs with stocks, and we focused a lot more on the higher time frame, HTF. And what I want you to do in this video is I want you to highlight our runners from last week. I want you to highlight potential runners going into the week, and I also want to give you guys a game plan to help you potentially get into some plays, become more confident with your setups, and just in general make that money. I wanted to start off with MNTS, right? And I highlighted this last night for my Discord, and I showed them this chart. I told them what it is. I told them how this is a plus setup, and I want to explain to you guys in a bit more depth, right? I want to become a bit more. I want to show you guys how you can actually do it with words. A lot of people they learn through videos, and this would hopefully help you guys that are not as good at reading charts to become better. Now, we start off with this, right? We start off with this downtrend. What is a downtrend? A downtrend is when a stock goes on a bearish trend to the downside. And how do you confirm a downtrend? A minimum of 3 touches. So you look here, right? This is showing right now potential minimum 3 touches, showing bullish. It was showing a bearish bias over a higher time frame. Why was it showing a bearish bias? 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. We are in a downtrend. We're below VWAP. And what VWAP does is, VWAP is an indicator which helps you analyze price, volume, and again, it's something which will give you strength and show you, okay, if the stock is reversing or not reversing. But how does this become a bullish bias? It becomes a bullish bias once we start breaking out of this trend, and we quite clearly see here, we break, we hold this level. This is where a lot of stop losses get raided. If you've got a higher time frame, it helps mitigate that issue where you get stopped out, and just because of a wick. Again, on the high time frame, it's still excellent. We hold this lower low. This lower low, we look lower lows, and lower lows. We hold this over lower low, and we start making higher lows. We start making these higher lows, so indicating a reversal. Now, once we close above, we see quite clearly. Now we got a bullish bias going on. We got higher lows and potential reversal. We get to the first PT, which is around 10%, and the second PT, which is around 26% from the first target. Now, this play again, this is MNTS, and it was a runner. We played this after hours on that day before from here. So again, this is what will help you become a much better trader, right? You are predetermining what you could do by looking at this chart. You could save the chart, guys, if you want to save it and just print it out, put it on a frame, and just keep remembering, you know what, it's fine, I'll miss out on a playback, I'll find another. One good quality setup could change your entire trading day, maybe an entire week. And this is one of those setups that are excellent. That's why I say you don't need less is more. You don't need 20 setups a day. You could do well with 2 to 3 setups a day, right? And this is one of the best setups of the week. Now, will it always work? No. Does it have 100% success rate? No. But I could pretty much guarantee you, for the times I've used it, probably about 70 to 80% success rate, 80% at the very least. And with a success rate like that, using a 1 to 2 risk to reward strategy, all you need is higher than 33% to become green. And if you're getting about 70 to 80%, you are becoming a very profitable trader, right? So use this to your advantage. Use the higher time frames. Don't rush into trades. Ignore the noise. We always say ignore the noise. That's why we have our Discord. If people want to stay in the pro traders pool, they stay on the floor and they take their time, right? They become better traders this way. You read, you analyze, and you really go through plays. But enough of rambling on about this play. Let's highlight some plays from last week, right? And I want to highlight Fifi. Fifi was an alert from the Discord group. I alerted this in the Discord group for an excellent move to the upside. So I just wanted to go over it and what I was thinking. I also want to highlight this area as well and why I had this marked. Right, I had the 15-minute time frame up at first, but nothing was really saying on the 15-minute until later on in the day. So I switched over to the 5-minute just to get a pullback, right? And look here, what is this pullback? We get a nice falling wedge pattern, right? A falling wedge pattern. What is this? What it indicates is that it will reverse it back to the upside, meaning sellers are not strong enough to bring it down. This is all reverse falling wedge pattern is. My favorite falling wedge pattern is the first pullback. You can't go wrong with the first pullback. Reason being is because sellers haven't stepped in yet to a scale where the higher the time frame becomes bearish, right? To a scale where it's a BOS, break of structure, right? So why did I like this play? This is a reverse split play, and typically, if you guys have been trading for a long time, you know reverse split plays have the potential to run heavy. Now we had this gap fill towards $11, so with the high 11.11 and again the low 11.2, so we still had this little mini gap fill. Not only that, we had a gap fill here around $6, so it automatically becomes bullish. Why does it become bullish? It gives us a reason, a valid thesis to be like, okay, the daily chart is nice, maybe there is potential for this to run. Switch over to the 30-minute chart. I was looking at the 30-minute chart, I was thinking, okay, we're breaking out, right? We broke this high. Once we broke this high, I'm like, okay, we're creating a bullish bias. Once we create that bullish bias, I switched over to the 5-minute chart, and I was like, you know what? Why should I rush in? Why should I just get in on this high? A lot of traders, what they do is they be like, you know what? Let me just buy. It's in a run. They go down. They're down 10%. They're like, well, let me cut. Then they buy, and then they sell, and then it goes up, bang, and then they buy in another top, and then they'll sell down. But what I do instead is I wait for my formula, I wait for my setups. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So what we did here is we wait for the close above. I gave them a level around 4.58 max, right? And we pushed our first target at 7%. The reason why I had a 7% target is because of this high, right? I didn't want us to reject off this level. That was my only concern. So that was my first PT. And then after that, it was just a free run. So that's something I probably need to look at into a bit more. It's just to make sure, let my profits run slightly a bit more, just so I could make that extra chunk of money, right? You can't go wrong. But that's something I'm still working on as a trader myself, and something which, as the years go by, as I get more experience, I'll become much better at. Now, I wanted to highlight the high time frame, and I had this marked before, and I was like in the Discord, guys, if we break below this structure, we are done. They'll be a lot harder for this play to come up. Do not enter this play because you're breaking below a higher time frame structure. Only enter it. The only way I would re-enter this is by a BOS. So we're breaking below here, we're creating a bearish structure. Yes, there's a demand zone here. But again, we are in a bearish trend. We're in a bullish trend and in a demand zone, it's a lot better. So you look at this, right? Now, a bear is looking at it like this. But as a bull, how do we want it? We want it like this. Think about it. We want to break back above, we want to retest, and then we get in. Right? We don't just enter. So that's just good advice to you. Now, I wanted to highlight a few more plays, Goex being another one. Why was Goex a runner? Well, guys, something which you will consider is, and something which I'm getting a lot better at, is considering themes. What do I mean by theme? News. How can you look at news? For example, you use BBC News for us guys in the UK. For you guys, CNBC, CN, whatever that is, right? So you got a lot of different advantages in this kind of area where you could look at news factors and to help kind of gauge what you could do in the market. So monkeypox Goex, it was breaking news, and there'll be more cases. So that's something to look at. Okay, now we got our Goex team. If you missed it this time, I want you to do is I want you to go my watch list, create a watch list, monkeypox stocks. You create that watch list, add it to watch list. Which plays around this time will run next time. So yeah, Goex. Goex was one of the leaders. Now with Goex, we got into this play. I like this again. I like this around, I'm sure, about $7 range. I'll check again, double check once I show you the Discord. But look at this play as well, right? We're above VWAP, we're strong. That's the main reason why I got in. Now we look at the daily chart, and with the theme going, you see this is one of our very important level in the daily. And what happens is we come back down and we actually hold this level. So this $5 level, and I have that marked. Now we switched over to the 15-minute chart, and we can quite clearly see there. See, the stock is bouncing in that level, and it's a good way to be like, okay, you know what, the stock has started to bounce on a higher time frame. Let's start looking for entries, and there you go. You get your entries, and since then, what type of move is that? From here all the way to here, that's a 130% move. And you scale along the way. You look for your targets, and you take your profits, and you make money. That's the main thing. My alert was around this area here, if I'm not wrong. I'll double check for you guys, show you the alerts, so you guys could see how the Discord is in that sense. Now, another runner in the same sector was Goex. Goex, similar theme. When this was running, Goex was running. When this was dropping, Goex was dropping. So you choose either one, right? I chose Goex. And you even see it's a very similar pattern. This was, in my opinion, a lot harder to trade. But I wouldn't have gotten this. The reason being, it went up, jumped up 25%. I think it took that halt there and bang. So for me personally, I would have waited for a downtrend break. And once we got that break on the downtrend, it was too late to get in. So for me, I wouldn't have been in the stock regardless, especially being below VWAP. But again, it's good to see these runners, and this gave me more of a incline to get into Goex. So it was a good way to kind of use this. APDN is another one. Goex, again, Goex, APDN, Goex. And you look at this, we crack this downtrend, close above, bang, gone, hit 2.85. So just these simple, looking at the trend, make sure you got a validation of the higher time frame. And even look at the 15-minute chart, look, just showing you nice bullish bias. Now we hit this level here. What is this level? Probably a daily level. Let's just mark it. Let's just see what level it is exactly. Perfect. See that level? That's the level on the daily chart which we previously rejected. So I have these levels marked. I'm using my daily levels to my advantage, right? And we just see clearly, look here, we just see clearly this rejected of this historically, it'll reject again. Rejected historically, it'll reject again. See, there. And it's just looking at history always repeats itself. That's the famous saying, right? It's a famous saying. History will always repeat itself. Now let's look at another example. HOLO. What a play. If you guys are in the Discord, you know we absolutely nailed this, right, from the bottom to the top. I want to show you guys. Look at this. We started off here, and I even mentioned this falling wedge. I got 30-minute falling wedge. We broke this falling wedge, and even look at it. Look at this, right? This is like an 8+ setup. It's a perfect play to kind of get into. Look from here to here. Look, we hold this level, demand zone. We break, we hold, bang, 0.82 hits. Not only that, I gave this about 3-4 times throughout the Discord during after hours. We were trading this. This was a play that ran a lot in the after hours. Very impressed with this play, and I'm quite surprised. I'm not necessarily surprised, but it was a good runner. I'm happy with this runner. Again, we got that top. We had a double top, broke, held, bang, gone, 0.82. Now I'll highlight this again at the end of the day, at the end of this video, to show you guys, okay, potentially how you could get into these plays, what might happen in the future with this, etc. Now I wanted to go over the Discord with you guys and show you our alerts, right, just to help you guys kind of show you, okay guys, you could get into these plays. It's not hard in any way, shape or form. So let's start looking, right? If you guys can see that, so this is our flow, this is our Protor flow, and we started the day with TNXP. TNXP again, same theme, same stock. When we give these plays, right, we tell you guys, okay, we're in 0.71, 0.72 max, and then we give our targets. We give our targets, and we even show you our stop loss. No one does this, right? They don't show you the stop loss. We show you our stop loss. Same with maxing. We got in. Do we have bad trades? Yes, of course we have bad trades. We have bad stops, and we try to keep it at 5% stop loss. For me, it has changed. It used to be 3%, but the mark is too hard. For example, VRAX, I did miss out on this. Hit SL, had 3 for 4 that day. I've mentioned it. Again, the rack setup I even showed here, guys. This was an A+ setup, right? We're bouncing off a demand zone. I was looking for a reclaim, and the only probably bad thing I maybe done this, I rushed in a bit too early. But again, the setup itself was a very, very good setup. I don't regret my trades that where I trade with a good setup. I only regret them when I don't trade them with a good setup. Now, again, we're constantly kind of updating everyone with these plays, right? Like again, you got another trade here. You got this demand zone. Again, I'm showing what plays I'm getting into a daily basis. Demand zone, falling wedge, trade of the day, SOND. This is another fantastic alert I gave, right? Look, falling wedge, demand zone. We got into this play, bang, hit 6.88. And you can quite clearly see, look at this. This is one of our plays. I think it was an after hour play, because we got after hour flow as well. And in the after hour flow, I'll give you guys entries. The more small size account, if you got a smaller account or you got a lot of plays, you could trade into it. Now, another one of the plays which we got is, again, we just see, I take a loss on RR, start of the day. This is a bit of a slightly bad day. Not bad day, but it was a slower start to the day. We had 2 losses on RR. It's fine. I'll tell them, okay, we took that stop, let's get another. Then we got hollow, we got a W, we got a win. And then again, we got ALLG, which I gave us our biggest win of that day. And again, the A setup was AA+. Look, I'm going to show them going through the trade. Now it's up to the market to decide. And we end up hitting late in the day, we end up hitting. So let's just look at it. Where is that? So look, 7%. And again, look, we pop up, we have a nice push. And I'm showing this constantly. Of course, not every day we can have constant green trades, but most of the time we do. We are pretty successful. Again, I'll show this why this is play of the day, step by step. And it's a good learning experience for everyone, right? So let's look at any more trades we took. You got RR again. Again, your Goex, I placed like I told you, we took the setup I just showed you. If you look back on this video, 6.5, 6.4 level, and we ended up hitting 14 on this trade, 10, 11, whatever it was, so the highest point. So you might have 100% or something. Now, again, let's look at some any other trades. Again, top runner of the day, I'm highlighting this constantly for the Discord. It's just something different, right? We've got education, we've got constant videos, and it really helps having a team, a community that has the same goals as you, same targets. Fifi was our player of the day on the 22nd, which was, I think, was what, Thursday? Usually I don't trade Friday, so this was one of my last plays of the week. And it ran crazy amount, right? We had Goex again, and then we ended the week with, I think it was AIRI. And look, we hit 7.8 entry, and we ended up hitting what? 9.3, 9.4. So it was a good week. Again, as the weeks go by, we're getting better and better. Tiger also hit 3 out of 3 for his swings. So let's look at Tiger's swings, right? So obviously I had this, I showed you guys, look, I'm highlighting this. Look, they're loving this content. They're loving this. And this is something which I'm going to do on a weekly basis now. I've also started to introduce back test. So we're going to start a new series. We're going to start a back testing series where we're going to all, as a community, highlight trades on a weekly basis, go over trades and potentially prepare for the week ahead. Now, Mara swing hit first target. Car swing hit first target. RIVN 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Literally 3 for 3. So it's fantastic, man. It's a good community to have. If any of you guys want to join, just drop me a DM, drop me or Tiger a DM, or just join with a link below. Whoop. You could join. You're more than welcome. Now, I wanted to highlight some setups into the week ahead, right? I put a tweet out. So the ones that did comment and take advantage of it, they wanted me to check out a couple of plays. Let's start off with MLGO and what I think of this. This is a very similar to Hollow. It's been running side by side. But what I'm concerned about this is we have started to break our daily trend. Now, with me personally, I'm going to wait over a break of 0.8 for another entry of this. And then I'm going to look for it to go towards 1.1. Right? Why am I saying this? So we see this high and we reject it here. No, it's not just because we rejected here. Look on the volume, 46 million volume rejected on. So that is obviously a key pivot. Now when I highlight the 30-minute time frame, we have broken a bullish trend, right? This was our bullish trend here. Once we broke above this, we started a nice bullish trend. We held above and pushed. We broke this, so we're bearish currently. And what we want to do is we want to break back above this level. Once we break back above this level, go long. Enter a long position and aim for 0.64 and then aim for 0.7 plus. Very simple, very basic. So you want the trend to go bullish before you even consider this. Don't just buy because it's going down, right? That doesn't mean it's a reverse. Another one, looking at BBAI. BBAI, I'm sure these are had news, right? If I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, my apologies, but I'm sure they did. Because they ran more of the after hours. It's a higher float, so for me it's not a day trade, it's more of a swing type of setup. But you look, we start to break this daily level. Once we break this level, we have opened up room towards 1.87, essentially 1.96. Now I want to highlight a higher time frame, 4 hour. Let's look at it. So look at the 4 hour chart, we are breaking a downtrend, which is very, very good. We have started to form a hammer candle, very good. Now what I'm looking at is, and what you should look at is, you need to look for a close back above this trend. If you go close back above this trend and you might establish a trend line, you could go long. It's a nice long entry. If you want a starter size, it's not too bad, but we'll already go very small. Your risk is 12% on a starter size. It's not the worst entry, especially considering we're above VWAP, right? So the trend is starting to become bullish. And again, you could even consider this to be a trend, more of a trend. This is more of a trend, in my opinion. So either your first entry would have been here, right, 1.65, and if you're in, good. Your risk is 7-8%. And again, I will take some profits here at 1.75, and then I will let the rest run for $1.942. That's my opinion on BBAI. I hope this helps you. And if it does help you, just drop a like, comment, and I'm gonna do this a lot more often, man. I want to help you guys with your swings as well, because I know a lot of you guys do swing trades, and all I want to do is help you guys. Let's do another one. Let's do HOLO. Hollow. What? Everyone loves this play, right? Guys, we took this play for almost a 85%, 100% move. So don't go all in and don't go crazy. Don't hold like the bag, right? I don't want you guys to start crying, oh my god, I'm still in, blah blah blah. Hold your runners, hold some winners, hold some, right? But our targets have hit, and what I'm expecting is, right, I'm expecting, hopefully, and again, the only concern I have is the big selling candle. That's my only concern. But last time we also had this big selling candle, we dropped a further 15% before we ran. So there's a chance we possibly test 0.48, 0.5 before reversing. But again, if it goes below 0.48, be a bit concerned. It's going to push towards 0.38. But I'm hoping next week we can reverse, because we are starting to form a wedge as well, right? And it's a very similar pattern to this pattern here. Very similar. So potentially we get this. Look, it's going to form the same. Form a handle, push 0.63, come back down, push 0.51, and if you could get back above this level, go long, add another position. Right? If you add another position, you can risk about 10%, and you can aim for 10% minimum. 0.63, 0.7, and even 50% plus. So those are that's a setup for potentially next week. I'm gonna start looking at a couple more. I'm gonna see if the setting up, how I'm gonna really look into it. Fifi will be interested in next week. I'll only focus on this above 8.8. MNTS, I'll only focus if we do somehow get back above 1.7 ish. But this also had the same move last week. And with the likes of GDC, again, we played this as a lotto from $3, and we ended up being 230% lotto. 230% a lottery trade after our flow. It's so enjoyable. It's so enjoyable. Honestly, it's changed my game just in general, because I'm actually having fun as well. Right, I hit my goal and I'm having fun in the evening trading these types of plays. I'm hoping we could do more. But with this, we have started a bearish trend, so I wouldn't look too much into it unless we break back above 8.5. The likes of APD and Goex, etc., they all plays with monkeypox. They should run. If monkeypox heat up, these will run. There's no doubt about it. Watch close back over this trend, go long. Right, I'm giving you these plays for free. Like, I'm just telling you, go long above here. Now, we'll see if I see any more setups during the week, but this is all I've got for now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long one, 20 minutes of me talking and rambling on. But guys, I would really appreciate if you hit that like button, subscribe, drop a comment, anything, just to give a bit of support. Would really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my voice. But I'll catch you guys in another one. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.